I love to inspire my customers. A lot of my customers they're renters in the very beginning. Every homeowner was a renter at one point, right? But it's still in that confidence. No matter what the rates look like, is homeownership something you want to enjoy?
All right, Ron with State Farm. Today on Chasing Excellence, you're going to sell me. It's going to feel like a commercial for you. The reason why I say that, so Mortgage Mark, right, in the residential mortgage lending business. What do you do different from a partnership standpoint? Meaning, I'm sure you do great insurance. Your customers are happy. You got a phenomenal team. We know that. What do you do? What do you do to a what's the proposition to come to a mortgage company or to a real estate? In case there's realtors watching this, what value add do you offer to them to help them be better, make more, do more, all those things? What's that value prop look like?
On the spot, 2 words: knowledge and speed. Realtors love us because we can give you great advice, or give our customers great advice on what's the right property to purchase or to insure. We can look at claims history. We can give advice on the age of the home, problems we've seen in the past over the last 50 years in Texas of what could go wrong, and speed. Mortgage loan officers, realtors love that we specialize in quick home closings. You know, when you're a realtor, you want your customers to buy that home quickly, and there's 2 things that can delay it. It's the financing piece and the insurance piece. So we do everything we can to make sure that our mortgage loan officers enjoy being on our team. So they know that when they give us something, we can say yes or no pretty quickly, and once the customer says yes, we'll get that binder out in less than an hour.
Nice. What do you think is the hard part? Because we have on occasion, which blows my mind, and I get on the team a little bit about this, but there will be moments where clear to close is almost imminent and we still don't have insurance. And I absolutely know it's because the team does their job and we have it set to where, notifications go out to the buyer to get their insurance. What do you think that holdup is? Obviously, it's not your side. What can we do better from a mortgage industry to set up better expectations to try to get with you guys? Or what do they need to have prepared? Or where do you feel like that hurdle is for clients coming to talk to you for the first time?
I would say oftentimes it's not the mortgage team. It's the customer. There's over 150 different home insurance policies in Texas. Did you know that?
Did not.
Different types. Even there's certain companies that have great commercials. They have 4 different types of homeowners policies. And so our customers are overwhelmed. And they don't know if it's price that they should choose, which is the lowest price for the most coverage. But there's, between all the exclusions and contracts, I think they feel overwhelmed and they can't make a quick decision. So I don't think it's the mortgage team. I don't know if it's the insurance agencies that you work with. But I can tell you that our customers are overwhelmed. So what we do is that we simplify the process. We break it down, we dummy it up for them, and then it's just based on how much can you afford, and we send that binder to our mortgage teams.
What do you feel like they need to do any homework or due diligence before contacting you guys?
They've got 30 days to make a decision. It takes months to figure out what kind of home insurance policy you want, right? So we try to take, again, I talked earlier about saving time. That's what we do. So you don't have to do that homework. We'll even help you compare our competitors against us to the best of our abilities. We can read the contracts. It's all publicly available, but I think our customers are just overwhelmed. They've got to find furniture. They've got to figure out their logistics of how they'll move, when they'll move. So we try to take that education piece on versus the mortgage team having to deal with it.
I will say the insurance side almost feels like just almost in the way. Because, again, the real estate, going to find the house, that's the fun part. The mortgage guy, they have to have, right? Somebody wants to pay cash, but most people get the mortgage. But it's like, oh, yeah, by the way, I need insurance. So it's almost that afterthought that just kind of it stands between me and I got to get this done. And certainly there's a time and a place. To your point, there's so much other stuff going on that they just probably don't put the time and attention. So new question, when do you want that introduction? Do you want to wait till they have a contract and, hey, this Mr. Buying and here's a contract for a home? Or would you want the introduction sooner in the process when they got pre-approved or pre-qualified?
Even earlier than that, if possible, because it would be helpful for them to know where they want to move. If a house is going to cost $4,000 a year for insurance, it's kind of like car financing, right? I want that 2025 Porsche Cayenne, right? I want to buy it. You go to the dealership and you find it's going to be $1,200 a month. Well, now you've already convinced yourself to buy that car. You're going to have to figure out, what do I do? Do I take on a 3-year loan or a 15-year car loan, right? But they're going to get that car. And so I think with homes, if we can educate our customers ahead of time, which is, hey, look, these homes in these cities, in these zip codes, in this age and type of home, if you want this house, I would look in these cities instead. They can afford insurance. And you will still get that home financing done, but it's where the customer feels comfortable.
That's so smart. And I agree with you in terms of I like a customer that comes in with a blank slate. Certainly if they've done some homework, I don't want to say that helps because sometimes it's debunking some of the stuff they've seen online or wherever they're getting that information. So I don't know that I would advocate doing a whole lot of homework outside of do connect with a professional, right? A great team that can educate you and give you actual real life examples based on your situation. I do think I'll make the team so at least build it into the process for sure as far as automated pieces, but let's do the introductions after the pre-approval.
Yeah.
Right. Once they know they're in that process, because to your point, you can find this home and you want to spend X dollars per month, you go looking for it, and all we know they didn't know that flood insurance was a thing, which is, it's there's some here in the North Texas area, but I think that's such a smart thing. So tell me this: what you've now aligned with a mortgage banker or broker, whatever, right? A mortgage person and or a realtor. They want to grow their business. What do you think you can do from your side, or what things have you done? Whether it's marketing, mentor, introductions. What have you done historically, and what's advice to maybe young insurance agents out there saying how do you give value to the actual professional themselves?
Yeah. So, and if I hear that they want to, then we get them to start doing their research. We always like to refer at least 3 different home mortgage officers because we just don't know who they'll like. Everyone has a different cultural fit. But we try to instill that confidence, and we do that early on. So when a customer joins my agency for the first time, we talk about home ownership. It doesn't matter if they've been renting for 10 years or 10 months. Is home ownership something that you want to enjoy? And if so, where are you in this? Are you looking at homes? Are you on Realtor.com occasionally, aggressively? And from there, we're able to start getting them to branch out and look to get advice, get pre-qualifications. Not even verified approval, just pre-qualification. What are you qualified for? And that way they can work with a realtor. And so that's how we've done it. I think it really begins with insurance first. If we can educate our customers, then they can see that home ownership is in the horizon. Otherwise, they might hear something. They may make the wrong decision based on a rash emotional decision, and that's not the best way to do it. So I think insurance agents need to have that conversation from the get-go.
I think it's huge. One last for the closing statement. What is your avatar? Who's the ideal prospect for you, both from a partnership standpoint, mortgage realtor, and from a client perspective? So let's start with let's reframe the question. Who is your ideal business partner to work with on the mortgage? What do they look like with the mortgage and real estate side?
They've got to be good looking.
Naturally.
That's a given, right?
Killer personality.
I absolutely. These are all standards. No, the main thing is I like to work with people who want to grow. That's a big part for me because I work very hard. My team works very hard. I'm very tough on my team. And so when we work with partners who drop the ball, it's okay. We all make mistakes. I have grace there, right? But if you have a pattern of making mistakes, dropping the ball, not reaching out to my customers, not especially when time's of the essence, if you can't get a hold of them, I don't want to work with you. And that's just how I am because I wouldn't want someone to work with me if I'm consistently dropping the ball. So you have to be a hard worker. I don't care how successful you are, but I want you to be hungry. And I don't need you to do the work, Mark, but I just want to know that you trust your team and they'll get it done, right? So I think what's lacking in today's world is that people just don't follow up. People aren't diligent. People aren't analytical. In our world, we have to be that way. So that's what I look for.
I love that.
Good looking is the bonus, though.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Ron, appreciate you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks so much, Mark. So nice to meet you.
Thanks so much for watching this episode of Chasing Excellence. Please subscribe and share with your friends, and we'll see you on the next episode. Always remember, keep chasing excellence.